wires and like half of them aren't even hooked up to shit. Seriously. Time is it? 8:26. Ooh, market's almost open. What we got? Looks pretty low end. Looks pretty low end. Failed breakout and continuation downward possibly in MNQ. Failed breakout and continuation down. So over the last few hours, we've seen a continued downward trend. Just a continued downward trend. So all the way back up here, it could. So we're just in a continuation of a downward trend. If we look at the 4 hour, we can see that here's our all-time high. And let's condense this, keep going. So we're down, down, down. And then here's where we are right here. This little downward. We did have a change character here. Like it was steady down. And then we had this huge break above this last level, which is like kind of an uptrend. But then we continued back down, and now we're getting back down to this level again that we broke before. And we're on the 4 hour. So this is the break, right? The ITC or ICT or whatever, but would tell you wait for this break, wait for this change of character, wait for the retest, which comes back to here, and then a continuation upward. So right now we're in a place where anything could happen. It's a coin flip because we have a break of this structure to the upside here, and this was Tuesday, August 4th, right? Long ass fucking time ago. But we have a break of this. There's kind of a retest here, and then a continuation of, I don't know. So this is a retest, a retest. Not to be confused. So a retest of this level here. So this level, wait, let me draw a box. So this level is important because there's a lot of structure here. So if I look back here, this is July 7th. This, we come down to here, we come back up. July 21st, July 22nd. And then here when it broke through was August. And now we're towards the end of August and we're back down here. We also have a contract change. Is that today? Oh wait, whoops. No. Oh, that's news. This is our contract change. September 15th. Okay. So we got some days until that. 19 days or so. 9:30 right now. Oh, I'm looking at the candle. Yep, down. First minute, that thing moved 244, 100 points. I wonder if it gets above. I wonder if it breaks above it all. So let's mark out our opening range of our 5 minute just for fun. Let's mark out this opening range here. Yeah. Okay. Didn't really go much further than our range, our overnight range, right? Still got 3.5 minutes. I was thinking failed breakout and a continuation lower, but we didn't really have a breakout. I wouldn't consider this a failed breakout unless the failed breakout happened at 7:30. This is not a failed breakout at this time yet. We were just touching back here to the top of this range and then back down. So no upward momentum failed breakout type of deal yet, just straight up downward. And we got to look at where our price is at. Our price is at 29,112. Let me throw on this smart money concepts thing here. So, what is this line? What was that? Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, that was a box. That was my 4-hour box. That's right. We don't really need that box. So we still have 1:50 left on our 5 minute. Previous day low, previous week low. So that's where we're at here. And we're going lower, which is fine. I'm going to turn off this loud ass thing here. Let's keep moving it down. That is a big ass candle. 243. 243 to 281. That's like almost 200 point candle. Would have been nice. I was short there actually. I took my son to the orthodontist, and I was short, and then I got out. Obviously within that range, but I had a little short position. Got out within that range. Those of you shorted this market early with a lot of capital can take the rest of the day off. I can tell you that. That's a fucking move, man. That'd have been a stock market crash at 20 years ago. Jesus. That is a dump. All right, we got 20 seconds left. And that is our range. That range is so huge. Range is massive. Okay, that's our candle. We look for a breakout in either direction. I think a breakout port. Yeah, I mean, we still have support outside of this that we're going to have to deal with, but we're going to free fall if we kind of go through here. I think we could have some free fall all the way down to here. 28.7. All right, let me go back to the 5. Well, no breakthrough. That was a big ass range. Let me look at my advisor here. Yeah, there we go. 160, 29.82. Oh, So this is basically saying it's going to go back up to like 2160. So this is basically saying, look, it's going to come back to here, to the bottom of this, right? Retest, and then continue down. Mag 7 isn't really down. Mag 7's coming up. I don't know. This range is weird. It's definitely not moving up super hard, is it? We've had 3 minutes. We got this little doji candle right now on the Cinco. We are oversold territory right now, right? So we at least have to go up and balance that huge drop before we continue. The fuck is on my hand? I don't think we balanced it enough. Did we? We went up to here. We went 2144. And there's our breakout. Not yet. We got 1:26. Why does this get so messy all of a sudden? What the fuck is going on here? fuel like ass leakage or whatever the fuck this is. Okay, 37 seconds left on the 5. We do have it pushing through the bottom. And it's wicking out. That range was so huge in that first candle. Sergeant Blunt. I mean, we're looking for new lows that we're coming back up. Looking at the 15. Thanks, man. That candle's too big, man. That candle's so big. That candle reminds me of this candle, which was the opening. Was that opening of last night? No, that was, oh shit, that was Friday's opening. And what did it do? It did a couple more drip drops, and then it went all the way back up. And it's already kind of starting to wick out. Right? So we're definitely in a drop here, but I feel like 3 minutes. Do we wait for a confirmation, or do we just scalp it a little bit and we're like, yeah, we know it's going back up? I mean, this is fucking identical. Well, not really, but lengthwise. Keep going. Lots of selling pressure. It's a fucking drop. Jesus. 2 minutes left. Where are we at? Let's look at the 5. Oh, looking good, baby. Let's see. Yeah, that 9:30 on Friday had like a big 5-minute drop. This one too. That's a big one. I mean, so it's gonna come right back up to price. I'm just gonna be a dumbass. Don't do what I do. This is. I mean, really, it's a continuation downward, but it's probably gonna come back up and retest a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Got a minute left. Let's see if it hits it. Dude, look at that candle. That thing is massive, bro. Damn, I'm down $100 on one micro. Crazy. Watch, I'm gonna buy it again like a dipshit. Cray cray. Crazy, dude. I don't know why I'm buying this right now instead of waiting for it to come back up and retest. Bro. All right, let's look on some bigger timelines. Yeah, it is kind of in the middle of free fall land here. Could definitely come down a little bit more. But that candle is massive, bro. That's a 4-hour. And we're at the end of our 4-hour in 14 minutes. 13 minutes and 30 seconds. That is a big fat 4-hour candle, dude. Why I'm in a long, I have no idea. Scalping. So let's look at the 4-hour scalp and just put it right at the bottom of this little 4-hour candle. Yeah, we good. We good. See what happens. I got a piss. You know, if they're saying it's going to come up and retest, then why not buy the long and have some balls, right? First, you wait until it comes back and retest, and then you short it. Okay, well, if it's going to do that, then go long. That's exactly what I'm doing. So the yellow lines are, I think, our 5-minute range. Jesus. That was a 5-minute candle? Yeah, that was our 5-minute candle. Crazy. Crazy. I mean, for such a down night, it just had no momentum back up. It just fell. Where was it? Was it here? Sunday 18. Oh yeah, it was right here. This is where we started last night. We had a little push upward, and then just, and now look at this. Jesus. Crazy. You know, fuck it, I'm out. That was fun. Yay. Probably gonna have a bigger push upward, but we'll see. So on the 4-hour, I like going to the 4-hour to find my real points here. So let's say it goes back up to here, and then that's like our sell. So this 4-hour candle's got 10 more minutes. Our 1 hour's got 10 minutes. Our 10 minutes got 10 minutes. Our 30 minutes got 10 minutes. And 30. 10 minute. Let's see if we go back up a little bit. My fear is this move down is so heavy, it's just gonna shit the bed before it even goes up. That's why I was like, let me get out while I still have some green left. Pick the fruit. Fuck it. I bought this Huel stuff. Oh shit, because I'm fat and I'm trying to, I don't know, get fatter. I think because it's like 400 calories, but that shit leaks. It's like thick. No, we're stair-stepping up. Good for you. That was it. That was our push down. 28,953. Damn, we're in the 28s. I think we're gonna see some 27s. You know what I think? I think if you look at this little downward trend right here, if you look at this, I swear, it's like the end of a movie where they're like, there's going to be a part 2. Because if you go down to the bottom of this candle here. Wait, no, that ain't the fucking candle. Wait, never mind. Hold on. That was a minute ago. That was like March, right? Yeah, that was March. So that was mid-war. But the other touch we had, hold on, let me drag this. We were at 27,200. So if you put 27,200 here, so this was our recent bottom. So it's 27,200. You see that low there. I'm gonna make this black. And then you come over. It didn't even fucking touch any of this. It didn't touch it. Like, didn't get its goodbye kiss. And this is October 2025, but it came all the way down, but it didn't touch anything. I mean, it touched this, but we all know it doesn't. Fuck that. It's gonna touch this and go into here, 26, 25 range. That's where the support is. I don't know, man. I mean, I know M&Q or NASDAQ's always going to go up. These companies are going to continue going up. But I just think it didn't come back and properly retest. That's all. Possible retest here. I'm going to go to the 5-minute. But I wouldn't be surprised if we have a bigger move down, you know? Yeah, never retest. See, that's why I got out. I mean, it may, but it's not right now. We're cooling off. We're oversold. We're printing red. You know, we just printed solid red candles. We have this little thinking about it for a second one, but it's just a breather, right? That's just a breather candle. We'll have some consolidation here, possibly. Let's see. Why? Yeah. Okay, I guess. Yeah, so that was a big move. It's going to come right back to opening before continuing down or even possibly going above opening. But we will see. I don't know. I was long and I got out, so it shows you how much confidence I have in that. But on the 5, just looking at the 5, I would say it's definitely going to come back, you know, up into... This is a fat fucking range, but it's going to come back here somewhere. It could do it in the next 2 minutes and then shit back down. So if this closes green and has a little length to it, 14 seconds. I'm still not going to do shit. But I feel like there's going to be a little bit more of a move up. This is tiny. Are we breathing or are we retesting? What are we doing? Yeah, we're retesting. So we're coming back up to this possible retest. So our zone's somewhere in this area, but this is definitely the safe. Like if I was going to short it, I'd short it at the yellow at all. So I just feel like if you're now's the time to get in short. I'm gonna wait for confirmation though before I go in short. I changed my screen name to Sniffles. You guys back? Oh yeah, that's right. They do close on Mondays. Shit. There goes your plan, man.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Damn, it's hot as hell.
I know, it's because of this shit. What's up, bro? Just
Alright,
checking
cool.
out charts. What are y'all doing?
I'm gonna try and figure out something else to do.
You should go to the gym or something. I'll go with you guys. I gotta get on a call in 3 minutes.
Alright, well, I'll do it.
So that's on our 4 hour. That's our little line there. Maybe we come up a little bit more. We'll see. It is not moving back up too fast. Yeah. Trying to be. I just started streaming, so I don't really have a schedule yet. I'll probably be on every day, but I don't have any set times right now. Whoever caught that short in the beginning, man, I was short too. I was short at the freaking orthodontist office with my kid, and then I got out at a mild profit within like the range before the open. Like I shorted here and got out here. Should have just held it. That's like the famous words of trading. Should have just fucking held it, right? Even when you take the loss. Thanks, Yoki. Even when you take a loss, you're like, dude, if I would have just slept through that shit and got no sleep and waited till the next day, it always comes back, doesn't it? It always comes back, man. It always comes. Call it buoyancy. Buoyancy. Stock market floats. You put it underwater, you let go, it's going to come back up. And then, of course, you have gravity. Come on, go back up a little bit. You got to think of like what timeline all of the Reggie Miller folks are on, because it's the psychology of all of us at play here. So everybody's just like the rest of us. The banks are like, yeah, short it there. The scalpers are like shorting it already. I don't know. What is this? Nah, it's just getting its length. 4 minutes. Shit, I gotta jump in a meeting. I'm gonna stay live though.
yeah, it was good. I just got chicken because I was like, it was the cheapest thing on the menu. Everything else was like $75. I was like, I'll get the chicken.
Yeah.
We did the only like Michelin star restaurant in Tampa is it Olivia, maybe the name? I think, like, I don't know, but same. I remember like we sat down and I didn't realize the prices, and we got like all said and done after like wine and stuff. It was like $800, like for my husband and I. It was good, but we were like, we are not these people.
That's what
That almost looks like Manhattan with Jesus.
Oh, like, is that like Water Street?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we went for like a friend's 40th, and I was like, this was wild.
Yeah, that place is getting pretty bougie.
It
right
is.
in that area. I like it. It's all like apartments there, though. It's just like rich kids getting their doctorate or something. I don't know what it is.
It's pretty. I like what they did, but
Yeah.
I don't like downtown Tampa.
Yeah, they're doing like they're gonna redo that area in between that, like, cause it's like Meridian right there, and then when you go across the Ybor City, I think they're doing that district right there, like the Port District. They're gonna build that up with buildings and new places to live and stuff like that too. They call it the gas plant district or some shit like that. I don't know. I remember when you could buy like a plot of land there for like $2 grand, $3 grand. Even in St. Pete, I've bought land for $2 grand, like not even that long ago. It's so crazy now. Everything's like, insane.
It's so cheap. What the heck?
Yeah. Now I remember looking at a house off First Avenue North, and it was $23,000.
Damn.
And it was like a carriage house, like something people would kill for it. Yeah, yeah. I remember. I think it was $43,000. This wasn't even 10 years ago. It was 43 grand. It had a 3-car garage. It was another carriage house. It had a little bit of fire damage, but it was like repairable. You didn't even have to knock down the house. It was $43,000. 3-car garage, separate garage in the back. You know, like, yeah,
Crazy inflation.
It's crazy. Buy a Michelin restaurant I liked.
It's the only one I've ever been to. I mean, the service, it was awesome, but yeah, like not worth. Like the bill came, we both were like, that's us.
It's crazy.
All right, I have a 10:15 with Susan, so I guess I'll go first, but I don't have a ton. So Susan was traveling all last week. We did upgrade Gloss Genius, so that's great. So her and I, now I just have to connect it with her, and then Lola will test the ads, and we should be good to turn them on hopefully by like 10:30.
Okay.
Everything's been approved. They love the new video. Like I just was waiting on this Gloss Genius thing, so I'll turn them on. And then the only other thing I have, and I might not need to loop everyone in, David, the thing that Lindsay called us about last week, for Helen Studios with George. Do you want to like talk on that a little bit, or is that like she sent over like data? Like something you just do? I don't.
I mean, she basically was asking us to do kind of that same thing that they were doing for the Bear Hug program. They just didn't include Helen's in those for some reason. And it's basically just reevaluating them, talking about budgets and what they need to do. And I mean, it's going to be something I probably need to go over it with Rusty.
Okay.
Because like she was just asking for different scenarios. What can we do to help them? And she had mentioned things like Google display ads, and like, is there anything out of the box, and like the ringless voicemails that Helen had some success with, and things like that. And then she was like, and look, and the other challenge is that she's talking about Helen's group as a whole. Some of their studios spend $1,000, some spend $2,000, some get $10 lead calls, some get 27. Like there's such a wide variance. I can't just say, hey, Lindsay, here's what we do to fix Helen's studios, because it's all over the board. So, Rusty, you and I are going to have to brainstorm on this. We're going to have to put a meeting on the books. Let's do sometime today, like 15 minutes, you and I go over this.
I don't know if I got the email. I'll have to take a look at it.
No, I'll send it to you. And then, yeah, if we can, I can send it with my update today. Another thing, too, is it sounded like it wasn't anything. It was like a disconnect between George, who's always on the call, and then like everyone else. Right, David? That's like.
Yeah, Anthony. With Anthony, but Anthony says the marketing and everything is going good.
Yeah.
Like, there was so much of what Lindsay was trying to get into that quick phone call with us. but I did catch the part where she said Helen's not happy with Anthony. But again, Anthony's on all the calls and like conversations every week. So there's a disconnect between that whole group, and what I would be willing to say is that Anthony will be the person that loses his job over this.
And I'm thinking one of the things we could put in there, which is kind of why I was like bringing it up, was not just relying on only him as like the messenger or the only one on the calls. Like clearly that's not working because he's telling us everything's fine and then, you know, looking at numbers and stuff. So, and I'm not saying put that in there like fire Anthony, but like maybe it needs to be.
No, I
more
mean, I agree with you 100%. And she also said one other thing is that the girl Anna that they let go a few weeks ago was the one heading up all of their external marketing stuff, and they haven't replaced her. They're not doing anything with her position. So the whole events and external marketing and all of their focus is just on hold right now. So there are so many things. So again, yes, if we could, and everybody's welcome to join the call. Can we do it at 1 today? That looks like either
No.
1 or no, Den, you're with Denise at 12.
Yeah.
Who are we talking to? Helen or Lindsay? What?
No,
We're just talking
you and I
about-
and Den are going to brainstorm
Oh.
over all of this stuff, what we can do.
Well, I can do one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can have someone else take Concord. That's fine.
Say Concord at 1.
Okay, I'll send you the numbers, Rusty and David, just so you have it, Rusty, and then we can just talk and then come up. And then I could send something with my Monday update. I don't send it till end of day anyways.
All right, I'm going to put this on the calendar for the three of us for a Google.
All right, perfect.
And we can knock this out in 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, and I'll just update that information.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
It was a lot. Okay, cool.
All right, so yeah, we'll all knock that out at 12 today.
Okay, yeah, I'm onboarding Denise to all her locations. We're doing like one a week. So that 12 o'clock with her and I would be standing for a little bit.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Okay, that was all I have. Those should
Any
be cool.
calls need covered today?
I can take all the overlaps.
Okay.
No,
Just
so
let
we're
us know.
good. Yeah, I'll
What's
let
up,
you know,
Kaylee?
but
I didn't
What's
realize
up?
Kaylee
Sorry,
was
guys.
there. You're just a icon.
I am disgustingly sick today, so you guys don't even want to see.
Oh no.
Come on, we want to see. No, I'm kidding.
I look like I've
sick
been
are you?
electrocuted.
No, we really do.
Did we
today's
get my fiance's
Nope.
birthday too, and I'm just disgustingly sick.
Oh man,
Oh.
you got to pay for something. Get him out of the house. Go fishing with the boys, or go work out or something, so he doesn't get sick
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah.
I saw Rusty's email about that fitness CF ad. Do you know if we uploaded that yet, or do we need to have them send us like the actual video?
Yeah, so I actually asked Jesse, he sent it over the weekend, so I was gonna sign it out. What's funny is, and because that we found like a typo in like one of the stretch zone ads, there is a typo in that video, but it's already a reel that is
Yeah.
going viral. So I got the file over the weekend, I'll download it, and then, he said we can use it at all clubs if we want. It's already been approved. I haven't downloaded it, so I don't know if but when I get to that email, like I'll see if we can add it. And then I'll see what you guys think, so.
Can't we create a reel and then in our ad manager go in and for the creative use the reel that's already posted as the ad separately? I think that changes the algorithm.
Where so you're saying like that's posted on their page or something?
Post it as a
This
reel.
one was posted. Yeah, but this was posted on like a woman's like personal
yes.
page.
Yeah, it
not
was. It
through-
was the trainer. So the
not
trainer
through the
posted
fitness,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trainer of that class posted it on her page. She got like 4,000 posts, and then, but what I see in a lot of cases, we saw this with one of the glass locations, is they post the reel, then they run ads to it, but they don't just go after leads either. They go after engagement and stuff like that, and then they bring them into Messenger. I just don't know if that changes the algo. Even if we did like a lead form version, if we posted as a reel first, and then we use that as a creative in the ad, because obviously when we create an ad, it's not a true reel, right? It's an ad only first. But I just don't know. We don't have to do it on this, but if we post it as a reel first, and then we can select the reel. Because another thing is, can we do that for? This is just me going off on tangent. Can we do that for another client where we just go to one of their pages on Meta? We're creating the ad, and then we can just grab one of their old reels as an ad. Like, is that possible to grab a reel as the creative? I don't know, but
Yeah.
just a thought. Just a
I
thought to
think
test that once and see if we get more interaction with it, more virality, because that video did go super viral, got 7 million views, probably in climbing. So
I think the only thing was that we would have to have that posted on the fitness CF page, because I don't think we could run the
Well, that's
ad
what I
through
mean.
Yeah.
yeah, we
So if we
posted it
post
on
first,
Fitness
people
CF.
can-
Yeah, because
Yeah,
another
then
thing is, if you took all of these viral videos and basically said, hey, like, we own it because you're our trainer and we pay you, like all these people posting viral videos, we could post those videos on as reels, like shared by at the person, and then monetize the channel. And the channel could be making $20,000 a month. They could be paying for their advertising. Anyways, that was my tangent. I'm done. But maybe let's try the real thing at some point.
We can, yeah, select the real run as an ad.
So yeah, like I think the engagement might be different because you created it as an organic post first, and then you used it as an ad. Just worth a try, and maybe on this one, because it was a viral video, just to see. Yeah. So we have the organic version and the lead form version ad.
Let's see.
I don't have anything else.
Okay. Yeah, I have to drop for Susan, so hopefully I can turn on ads.
Okay.
Anybody got anything for me? Or okay, go Lola.
Yeah, can you please work on the reports if you don't mind? I made you a couple tasks to like troubleshoot, and then
Yeah.
I have the elevated health call today at 12. If you can get his report done before his call, that way we can go over it. He'll have it together.
Okay, yeah, sure.
That's my big thing. That's it.
I got it. So the video that the bear video or whatever you guys said, who did that?
Videos that were struggling. So Lindsay and I put together a document of, we like split up all the locations that she had, and we gave suggestions for how to improve.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, corporate's got like 10 franchise owners in this, and there's some of the big ones. So like Shelton's in there, the Abrams boys are in there. I don't know why they didn't include Helen, but they had a few. And it's basically studios that are influential owners that Stretch Zone wants to all be better. So they're doing a little internally thing. They're calling it a bear hug program. And they're going to give them a little extra attention because they're the top franchisee people. And so she sent a whole bunch of stuff over. And again, you know, what suggestions would you make? What would you do? And the girls knocked out a bunch of stuff. So that one's all good. And the cool part about this is she showed us all the people in the program. We had like 5 or 6 out of the 8 that are in there are all of our partners. And all of them were very close to where we need to be. Like, we weren't far off. Even on like some of the Abrams studios, like they're one that's the most trouble for us is Upper Dublin. But Upper Dublin's numbers are only slightly off from where they should be based on their tier, their market, all of their stuff. So while they do have a high lead cost, they still convert well. So that one, again, not hard to work on. What I did find very interesting, Rusty, is they broke down all of these different metrics, and one metric was, does this studio have a lead flow problem? And they broke down the owners of how many of their individual studios had a lead flow problem. Cedric Gray was on the list. Cedric Gray owns 13 studios, and I want everybody to take a guess at how many of his studios are struggling with leads.
How many?
It rhymes with 13.
Nice.
So, glowing review for the popcorn team.
Nice, nice. I
Studio
can't
56 or 46 or whatever they are.
I
But
can't be a hater, but I don't understand. I mean, that's good for us too. Like, but are our studios struggling? You know, do we have 13 studios in that group that are
no,
struggling?
no. They had the Abrams up there, and the Abrams had 3 of their like 14 studios on there. And again, just metrics wise and everything that we looked at on this call with Lindsay and all the data, well, so he can see all that.
The bear.
Yeah. So for our people, we're not very far off. It's just a couple little adjustments, guys, on updating content, getting away from the word free. So that
Yeah.
was part of what we put back in is we're not shooting for lower lead costs for everybody. That's not our goal right now.
Yeah.
So and again, just basic suggestions. So for our people that we work with, we're not far off on this Bear Hug program. All of our people are very attainable to help them get to their goals. It's going to be little things like some budget adjustments, some things like, I mean, just very minor. The other people on there, not so good. Again, Cedric, 13 out of 13, bad.
Wow. Well. All right. Popcorn team, not doing so well, I guess.
I'll tell you another one. Teresa, the crazy girl from Canton,
Yeah.
who left us, and I told you guys all. She was with Dave. This is bullshit. This one-man guy is terrible. It's all smoke and mirrors. I'm having terrible results. And then I'm like, Cheryl, you know, because she was like, will you take me back? I promise. I'll show you the text. It's so funny. I was texting Den on a Saturday to Cheryl this. And then I was like, look, if you need help, of course we'll help you, Teresa. She was like, well, corporate's really telling me I should give these people another month and I should do this and all that. And I'm like, well, let me know when you're ready. But she's going to switch back over. And I assure you that if Cedric, who is their top client, Group 46 or whatever they are, they're only here because of Cedric, because that guy, Ryan, is friends with Cedric. If Cedric's studios are all struggling, you got to believe his best foot forward with it. Just seems so crazy. Anyway.
Well, we all know it's not. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, this is whatever personality, how they get along with the people sometimes is more important, right? That's why a small agency like ourselves can go in there and get so many stretch zones in the first place, because we didn't have a huge team. We had a small team, and we had that vibe. So they're vibing together, right? For whatever reason, they're bros, and they're gonna die together, or the sync's gonna ship together, I guess. You know what I mean? It's not like a business thing or whatever. So maybe it's just like that. But it does show like the quality of the work. You know what I mean? It's getting better. I doubt a guy like that's physically fit. He's a very strong person. He's done all the shit, David, that you've done. He's gone through all those big name courses, and he's sat in front of all these people. He's part of these big groups of revenue generating people, systematic things. He's really into that. So I never doubt anybody's ability to get better. You know what I mean? Like, the shit's getting better. It's only going to get harder. It's only going to move faster. The bells and whistles, I think, are going to get greater and bigger. And the first one to harness those is definitely going to outshine the rest. And I think that's why Stretch Zone is harnessing the agencies for, like, how can we do better in marketing? Because really they're trying to see, like, who the fuck's figured it out with AIA? Like, who's getting the automation thing really dialed in for Stretch Zone? All these, these things, these tools that we could be using. The only problem is that they've made it so hard for us to integrate with, taking the API and stuff. It's kind of like ousted us. But I think I'm going to send that email to Lindsay this week about getting access to the API so we can do that. And then maybe we can, start building some tools. But, it's cool that they're not hitting it out of the park. I mean, that's a relief in some ways, you know what I mean? But they do have like 60 or 70 locations. So at the same time, it's like, bro.
They've got all the failing locations.
Yeah.
I mean, we some of them too, but the majority of the people that they work with are the people that have worked with us or DR or both.
Yeah.
And then now they're down the road and they're like, well, we're going to try this new guy. And I assure you that a lot of them are just sitting there right now going, I tried Latitude Park, I tried DR, now I'm with this person. Maybe the problem with my studio is not marketing.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of these people are. They're at the end of their rope. They're like, I've tried everybody and it's not getting better. So like, I have no one else to blame. So what do? I just sit here and take my lashings.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
I don't know of anybody that's having success working with them. So
Yeah.
Uh,
I get it. Yeah, they do see the problem and they're like, hey, if lead flow is like okay, at least, I need to work on internal and not focus so much on leads. And I think corporate does a very good job of like, hey, dude, you've moved like 3 times. Time to like figure out what's going on. You can't just keep moving. So
yeah, I agree on that one too. But look, if anybody's going to figure it out first, it's going to be us. So I'm not worried about it. People love us. We have a lot of successful. I did notice, and I'll just tell everybody because I was perusing the franchise report the other day, 17 of the top 20 and 24 of the top 30 studios are Latitude Park clients.
damn, that's good. That's like 70%, 70-80%. Dope.
And that's the majority of the first page of the franchise report.
Good.
Because I share those statistics with new franchise owners when I talk to them.
Good job, guys. Lola's like, good. Finally, something, bro. Some kind of accolades here. Nah, I mean, prices. Look, leads have been where they are for a long time, and that's a battle every day.
Yeah,
to
our
keep
lead
that.
cost is still
We're
good. Our
fighting a
average
good
lead
fight.
cost is our average lead cost is $12. That's still, I mean, like we're not far off. I mean, it is getting harder. It is getting more difficult, but I mean, we're still doing a great job for all of our clients and keeping costs relatively low.
So what are we lacking though? What are we lacking in software? Do we need more creative? Do we need more production shoots? Like Lola, what do you think?
Yeah, so I think we have a good amount of content. We just been remixing a lot of different things. Even like our partners are doing better about giving us content. Like we got the content from Sal. We're getting more local content. Kaylee's been doing a great job with making videos and Vandy. So I don't think that we're lacking any softwares or anything like that right now. We just are rolling out the Q3s everywhere. So I think that we're in a really good place right now. And then when we get ready for Q4, we know that's our hardest time of the year. I don't think we necessarily need to focus on a bunch of new creative for Q4 versus use our best performing, like historical, because we know it's already going to be an uphill battle, like with Christmas and everything. I don't think we need to go crazy with new versus use what we know works for Q4. Like that's kind of my goal personally.
Yeah, and also sorry, Rusty, real quick. And also the stuff that we did, the photo shoot at Sal, we've got some really good active aging adult content. I think there's at least 4 new videos in the Q3. So we're going to be able to see how all of those perform. But I have noticed a lot of the Q3 stuff is outperforming everything. Like I'm seeing really good stuff as I'm cycling through people that have it. So again, like to Lola's point, I think that's exactly what our goal should be for Q4 is what's the top performing everything around. And I'm not opposed to trying to put together 1 or 2 new videos. And even if it's more of kind of like the B-roll or the, our couple of really bangers, which are just all kinds of people getting stretched, not just active aging or not young, but everybody. I think a couple of videos like that, just new, fresh stuff would be good for Q4. If we could just do like 2 or 3, and we should have enough footage. I agree with Lola. We've got lots of content. So I think we're good on a photo shoot for a while. And it's until first quarter.
Yeah, I think the only thing I would like to see, because the B-roll is cool, but it's boring and it doesn't really I'm going to scroll right past that because I like funny and I like interesting. So to me, it's like Kaylee, Lola, whoever, if you guys know any Instagram influencers, you guys are also very influential and pretty and all that, not to be weird, and I hope I'm not. But I just mean that you guys did a great video before, and if
you're all pretty and weird. And...
I don't mean to be weird and say that.
We love you, Rusty.
But no. Also, if you know anybody, and I know this is kind of unprofessional, but if you know anybody that would be willing to do it, including you two again, I'd be willing to pay you guys a little bit of money, and we could discuss what the fee is, and then if there was a few more people. If we could just do I like the we're visiting this today, which again, that I think that's better than just the B-roll, but it is kind of a little played out, and just the funny TikTok stuff where it's a stitch, somebody's falling and then you fall and then you roll up and you're like, hey, stretch zone, but it has to be in good taste. Anything
do
like
one of those
that.
falling ones where it's you can't trust me, but you can trust stretch zone.
Yeah, exactly. But something that's like, but that's interesting, you know, and funny and different from the B-roll, I think is what I'd want to put more money on moving forward now too. You know, the B-roll, obviously, once you capture them after the first 5 seconds is great, but just any starters, you know what I mean? Just any starters. Because you know, Lola, you could literally be like, I'm gonna check out stretch zone, da 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 da. Let's see how we feel, and you literally could just take B-roll that wasn't even you, and people probably wouldn't even really get it. You'd like talk about stretch zone, they probably would notice that, like, wait, Lola's not in the video anymore. But you know what I'm saying? Like, cool starters, cool 5 second, you know, to capture interest. I think is stuff that we.
Okay.
So if you
Yeah.
have any ideas on that or whatever,
Me and Kaylee, we can put together a few ideas.
dude, you would, yeah, you'd be our saviors.
Yeah, I would love. I agree. I'd love to see some like funny and just different kind of content, but still using a lot of the footage we have, but just something a little more than what.
Funny to a 50-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Funny to a 40-year-old. Yeah. Or it's
All right,
50,
I got to
60.
jump to the Abrams call. See everybody later.
All right,
Bye.
guys.
All right. Bye.
Do you have anything else, guys?
No, Lindsay, don't forget to join the D1 training call with me today.
Yeah.
Want to have an extra face on there so that we look.
Yeah, got you. And did you see Dan asked if we could test your sister's wake pixel? I was trying to do that, but I don't know
Well, I
exactly.
got it. Yeah, I have a plug-in on my
Okay.
yeah, I can check it. No worries.
Do
Alright,
you need
cool.
me on that training too, Lola? What is the training?
It's called D1 training. There, yeah, if you want to join.
Oh,
but
the
don't
new
worry.
client.
Yeah.
Okay.
They which you might actually have some really good insight on this because you know, your fiance is a personal trainer. I sent the link to their website in our chat with everyone. If you want to
Okay.
come over and stuff too, but we're gonna meet with them
Yeah.
today to try to get them to join Latitude Park.
Okay. Yeah.
How'd you
I can
find this
look at their
out?
stuff.
Okay. All right, sounds good. And then I'll make a document, Kaylee, and I'll share it with you. We can just dump some like ideas in here of some like cool like, you know, rooms.
Ideas and
Mhm.
yeah.
How are you guys doing workload wise? You guys all right? You guys dying of boredom
Yeah.
or surviving?
Definitely not trying to boredom. We're doing
Wait,
like
what's yeah.
I've been doing
a
Q3.
day over here, man. Like
It's rough. It's rugged. Yeah.
There is no boredom when there's a new Q3 or new quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be doing these
Everything's
for a
still
while.
manual, right? Everything's still like
Yeah.
one by one. Man.
Yeah. Dupe and
Unfortunate. Yeah,
Terrible.
yeah. The best we can
Yeah.
do is dupe the existing, like the previous one, and then just switch out the ads. But
yeah.
And what I've noticed is a lot of times when you dupe one, you have to dupe that one. It doesn't even run. Like you have to redupe it to get it to run. I've seen that a couple of times.
yeah, I know there's like that has been glitching a lot lately too. And then even just like we have to go in and clean up these ad errors that keep happening for some reason.
Yes.
We don't know why they're like what's
Does
prompting.
make me want to rip my hair out. It makes me so mad. Like you go clear them out, and then a day later it'll be like ad errors. I'm like, all right, forget it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. There's a lot of quirks.
And
with
it's
it.
just like the weirdest thing. You click a button and it's like, okay, that was good, thanks. And then
Yeah,
it's
most
like,
of
what,
the
like
time-
what's happening?
It
Yeah.
wants to be like authenticated is the biggest thing I keep seeing. It wants us to like keep verifying our email, verifying the phone number. Like that's what the majority of the errors are. But it's
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about workload. It could be worse. Like we've had like 13 launches in a week before, so I'm gonna just
Yeah.
shut my mouth. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be worse.
but
Cool. All right, awesome. All right, guys, well, have a great week.
Great. You
I'll
too.
wrap up that stuff,
Alright.
Lola, okay?
okay, thank you so much.
All right, thanks, guys.
Bye.
All
Bye,
right, bye.
y'all.
Bye.
Man, it sat there and consolidated for a hot minute, didn't it? And then it broke structure on this like handle. Coming back up for the retest here. This is like the first retest too. It could retest higher. Somewhere in this range here. We'll see. So this is first retest. I mean, it could come all the way up to price. It could come even higher, right? We could come way up here because we have this trend line here. And this trend line has a lot of data behind it, and that's a tight trend line. So I'll show you here. On the 4 hour, let's look at where we're actually at. So we have this kind of downward trend, right? It's not really strong. It's a little just tilting slightly, which doesn't really mean shit, but it's tilting slightly. And then if we go way in here, this is our, and we're on the 4 hour. So the top of this, Aries, did you short it from up here, bro? At 30? Because you'd be sitting pretty right now. But, you know, we've stayed true to this. This was last night, right? Yeah. So this was last night. We touched again. So we have a touch here last night. That was a great short entry point there last night. And I was short that. I didn't hold it for long because I'm bad at commitments. But yeah, that was a great short. And as you guys can see, we've continued. And this has gotten bigger and bigger. And then if we go into our little area here, we have this, but so this possible retest is just because we have this here. Now it could come up to here, 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 here. I don't think it's gonna make it past this trend line today until it hits a bigger bottom, something like down here. This is 28,200. So guys, we're in 28 right now. We're in 28, so we're in the 28s. We're not far away from this bottom. This bottom could happen today, tonight, early tomorrow. So look out for it, because this could be a bounce. This could definitely be a bounce. We're at the end of August. We're coming into September, the end of the year. It's going to be a strong end of year. Banks are saying things are going to be going very well. The price of silver and precious metals are going up. Obviously, Bitcoin is going up. You know, NASDAQ is stocks of tech companies primarily, right, driving it. So it's not necessarily tuned into those assets perfectly. But I just think we're going to see a pretty good rise at some point. But we got to touch down first at a good level. So I think our first touchdown level is 28,200, which is still a coin flip, or not 28,200, but just somewhere on this trend line here. I'm just looking at this. I thought we were gonna have a break up today and then like a retest down, but good, man. How are you? You making some money? I haven't been trading with my trading bot since last night, and I've won 100% of all my trades, so I think I'm the best trading bot ever. So this is a possible first step retest, but it is something I'm seeing right on the 4 hour, so has some weight to it. So let's see what it does when it hits this retest. I gotta piss. CT for life. What's your win rate? Any losses this week, or are you still crushing it? Bitcoin. Cool, man. I know some people that are very happy right now because a lot of people bought in the 60s. A lot of people bought in the 60s. And then when it went down to like 55, people were losing their shit. Didn't it go down to, or am I thinking? I'm thinking of silver going down to $55. It did go down though, didn't it? Yeah, 58. Went down to 58. Never mind. 58K. That was scary for a lot of the big ballers that bought in right here. And a lot of ballers bought in right here too. The 7. Looking at silver down up. MNQ. Jesus, kid. It's crazy. Good job, though. 64%. Not bad. Some other bullshit. I don't know how it'd go back down right now. I just... Unless it's just hitting like 15-minute... I mean, historically, I don't see... I mean, on a 5-minute, this is a point, but remember, this is a good... This is our good 4-hour point, so... I think that's pretty strong. We'll see. Not to repeat myself. So it didn't break that though, because I was on that phone call and just stuck right here. Yeah, I traded today. I took I just did baby trades. Like I'm literally just trading like one contract. Let me see, where am I at here? Resync. Look at my Zella. I mean, barely any. Like last, I'm up like $800 over today and yesterday, but I took just a bunch of tiny trades. $79, $65, $17.50, $4.50, $81, 450 cents, $12. I lost $2.60. I lost $21, and then I think the rest were my bot trades. But yeah, my trades were good. I think that wasn't a bot trade that lost at $21, but all the rest I won. So 79.65. So yeah, not bad. Not bad. Daily win 63.60. Not bad. Profit factor 4.19. Not bad. Yeah, well, there's good days and there's bad days. Don't gamble a little bit and win all your trades, and then gamble a lot and lose those, because then that's where you get fucked up, man. I mean, my typical goal is just 100K a month. If I can do 100K a month, I'm peachy. But like having 1 to 4 contracts max, at least when I don't have any brokerage open during regular hours, is hard. Like just making $500 or $1,000 a day is fine, I think. With that, with 20 grand in an account, I think it's not bad. Come on in.
Come upstairs, so what?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I like it. I don't know how I like it.
You don't know how you like. Uh-oh, what'd you do? Put all the furniture on the ceiling. See what this is. I don't know. I think it's probably going to go past here because we're not really overbought at all, and we're already there. So it might go up a little bit more. The key is, does it get past this range or not, other than just a liquidity sweep? So we're just looking at this range, somewhere in this range. Man, that drop is huge, and then this has just been... I guess it's crazy if you have like 10 minis on, but... If this goes down, it's a fake out. We're going up a little bit more. Oh, is it going to go down and retest the whole damn thing? Definitely still not. Yeah, that's a 1 hour swing level. Basically where we have our possible retest line. Then we have a daily swing level at around 29,160. And then we had that huge candle when we opened. Even the 1 minute is huge. We go back. So where our price started out this morning is our prior week low. So coming from that, so 29,202.50. So 29,202.50. We'll just go 202. That's our prior week low. So two short options. You can short here and then hold it and short here. Possibly continue to break down. Come down to this area and then continue up. Like this was way long. But I think you're safe if you're short. I don't know about this being the bottom here. Price action is slow. Moving sideways.
To provide the very best service, this call may be recorded.
Thank you for calling Lamborghini of Sarasota. For service, press 1. For sales, press 2. calling Lamborghini Sarasota. You've reached our service department. Our team is currently unavailable, but your call is important to us. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and we'll return your call within 72 hours. Have a wonderful day.
Hi, yeah, this is Rusty Rich. I was calling about a transport you guys had set up for me this morning. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't miss each other. My number is 727-580-7521. Thanks. I was bringing it in for service. Damn, are we coming back down? We are. We're going to retest here. Well, it hasn't closed yet. Sideways action. So I think, so we may, it's reversing, but we may touch this and then continue up to the prior week low. And then go down. See, I don't really feel safe doing any big moves right now, that's for sure. It is very flat though. You see like this is up and this is like sideways, almost like equal lows. That to me reflects that the next candle might be coming back down. We'll see. It's consolidating either way. It could go up or down, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, and this candle has no conviction at all. It's a lower high there too. Yeah, this candle's really pointing downward. I'm just gonna do a short just for fun. Just for fun. Yeah, that definitely looks like it's going to move down for a few candles. A few candles down and then possibly continuation back up. So we got this like up and then this is happening. Bye bye. Lower low. Gonna take it down. Probably, we already did our consolidation here, so I don't think we're gonna come back and consolidate that. I don't think we're gonna go through it because we had much more volume here. We would already, this cool off period is not really cool off period anymore. Now we're back up. So continue our downward trend from there, or we're going to break through it. But silver's down, dollar's up, which is not good. The dollar being up is not good for anybody, for metals or for stocks or anything. So maybe like 15 minutes of downward, and then we'll continue up. Because it didn't retest this 4-hour retest here, so that's what makes me think it's going to continue up a little bit more. Because it turned around here, so that's just weird. Could be wrong. Usually I am wrong, actually, so I should be wrong, technically. Minute left on the 5-minute. We probably got about 10. I gotta piss like 100 times. Damn, $69. We reach. Couple more bars down. I might just sell my one and then see like what it does. It's because a lot of times I underestimate the move. This thing is not hitting any of its marks. It's like coming a millimeter from each mark. If you buy there, wouldn't that be bad because it would be inversing the bull fair value gap, showing strong movement to the downside? Yeah, I know. I'm not even looking at FEG. Out, don't they? Yeah, it would be stupid to buy here. That's why I actually took it off, dude. Because I'm like, you know what? This could be a bigger move down. I always hypothesizing. But in all reality, so it was supposed to hit this retest before bouncing back. This was my initial thought. Okay, it's going to come back here, right? It retested the FEG you're talking about, and it's coming back down. So why would I buy here, right? It's going to be a swift move down. But we're on the 5 minutes, so this is like one candle. If we're looking at higher time frames, let's see, what is this at? It touched it, but it's not, it didn't like super touch it, right? Didn't like get all in it. Who's to say it doesn't get all in it a little bit more? Go all the way up to this prior week low, which is where we started off this morning. Point of control, kind of. And we're on the hourly now, so there's a lot of volume here. This is old volume, right? This is like July volume. Beginning of August volume, 20 days ago volume. I don't know. And if you look at this candle, and then you look at this candle, you do have higher lows. Much higher lows here. Well, we only have 10 minutes into this candle, so I was hoping this would go down and touch my buy, but it's not. Now I'm going to 27. One last death rattle before it goes down and touches my buy. We'll see what happens. Hello? Hello? Okay. Slightly into that. What's up, dude? All right, so the green, like it didn't go up to my retest. It didn't come down to here. It's just, I'm just gonna hold out and see if it does it since I'm only in one contract and I don't give a shit. Jeez. Fair value gap. Didn't touch this, didn't touch this. We're still on a very small timeline in a slight downward trend, so on the small one and on the big one. But I'm just saying for this little up down action here, I still feel like a couple of these candles could come down and take my profit, take my buy. I feel like they see it on the order block and they're like, nope. Like, yep, we're trading 1,000 a second, but not that one. I'm not touching that one. I don't want to do this just for show, to be honest. You beach. All right. Just to be a little. Yeah, come get it. Come get it. Come get it. I'm going to make $0 on this. Couldn't keep it up. Needs Viagra. That candle there. Oh yeah, yo. Yeah, you know, I just put that trade in there and then went to sleep and then woke up like in my underwear and was like, all right, let me just close out of this. Like it already went down to like max profit like 2 hours before I woke up. And then I woke up and I saw it coming back up and I closed it out like no profit or like $80. Yeah, you wimp. You couldn't make it. You couldn't make it. Down you go. You're not coming back up, dude. $22 seconds left. Let's see if you can hit my stop loss. You got 22 seconds left, and then everybody's gonna know you're a failure. You're gonna go down and hit my 85.50. No. I don't know. I don't see bullish. I still see bearish. I mean, it depends on what you're thinking. You know what I mean? That it's probably going to touch here and then possibly W up. You know, we got our W forming here. Possibly come up. It may go down further on this into here, and that's why I didn't buy two to like be long, because it may come down a little bit further when it passes through here, if it does pass through here, which I think it will. And then it's going to come back up, and I think it may come all the way back up to the prior week low before continuing downwards. So if that's what you mean by bullish, I think yes, it may be slightly, very shortly here within the next 30 minutes, because we may even come down here. We may have like an entire half an hour of still bearish movement to retest this bottom that we had this morning. And then we will push up to the prior week low again, because we have all of this that is unbalanced still. And one thing I know about the NQ is that it doesn't like being unbalanced. It likes closing everything up. Unless there's some huge news, like, you know. So I don't know of any huge news. We have GDP 826, PCE inflation 826, so that's Wednesday. So we might see some movement tomorrow. We have, let's see, 826, both of those are at 8:30 a.m. Then we have a jobs report, but that's September 4th, so we got to, that's like next week. PPI is 910. So yeah. So I say maybe bearish for a little bit more, but you never know. I thought price was going to move at least up to this retest, and it didn't. So we could be. I'm in profit either way. I'm making $15. I'm good. I'm buying a Chick-fil-A sandwich. What I don't like doing is looking at the 4 hour and being like, it's bearish, and then like selling it, and then you have all of this different bullshit going on. Unless you just plan on selling it and walking away for a couple days. Look at this candle. You soft. You soft. You can't do nothing. You've had 4 minutes. Okay, there you go. Little spunk. Soft. Oh, oh, oh. You can't make it, can you? You can't even get up and get that 15. You can't do it. You want the 85 profit. You don't want the 15 profit. You want the 85. It's just one candle. One 4-hour candle. Trying to be big. See, the 30 minutes shows it very. Yeah, you going down. Well, broke out the bottom of that previous candle, showing weakness. The shorts help launch it back up because yeah, but it's still a lower low. The wick of that candle is a lower low. It's just like when I first saw this drop. You see that lower low and it's like, okay, it's tilting. And now we have the lower low on that candle wick again. Painting the same frown. Yep, there it goes. And it took my profit and it touched there, right? Let's just buy it because we're stupid. We may have to buy it down here again. Oop, 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 I'm drawing. So took my profit. Probably gonna come back down. I don't know why I bought it like an idiot. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out. Oh, it's just painting dots. Is it coming back up? Watch this. I'm just gonna put this here just so I'm not out. I'm such a wimp. I'm gonna make 250. I'm not losing anything today. I say we could be moving a little bit further down. So it touched exactly where I knew it was going to touch. Took the profit. Golf clap. See, I should have had my 2 buys in there to close out. But in all reality, well, first of all, it's got to get past here. So. All right. I'm going to put you here. Put it here so we can see profit. Again, I'm going to make 15 bucks. No matter what. Now we're bullish, Mateo. Now we're bullish. Although I still see a downside here. As this thing was coming down, I feel like it needs to retest a little harder here. Like, I feel like it needs to loop back and get into this region first, but I could be wrong. Could just continue up. So now that I'm out and I'm not doing shit, I'm going to wait to short it or wait until it shoots up and then retest that and then continue long. But I have a feeling if you just put a short on at 29,202, which is the prior week low, I think it was 29,202.50. You'll be in a good short position, a great short position. Even if it comes back up and like grabs up here a little bit, chotches out a little bit up here before it comes down. I mean, essentially it could come all the way back up and test this trend line here. But yeah, Brez, you're right. Like, if you're still watching, yes, like, I'm going to see this. I see a gap. I see this thing basically hit the center of the gap. I'm short. Like, if I'm long-term and I'm just in it and I'm not seeing all of this and I'm not on the 5-minute, like, let's say I'm just playing the 1 hour or the 4 hour, yeah, I would have been short back here and I would have seen my hour candle. We're trading the up and down, right? We're trading those ups and downs. So it's about looking at on this timeline and saying, yeah, like the trend is down. Obviously, we had a huge fucking dip here. Here's the retest. You'd be stupid to buy it. But at this granular level on a 5-minute, you see all these imbalances. Like you see this huge imbalance here. This candle was massive. These candles were massive. That was a 5-minute candle. That was huge. That candle was 200 points. It's big. It needs to be retested. So I feel like this A is either going to blow. Well, it already broke above that, didn't it? Never mind. Oh, and there's your there's your trend line right there for the prior week low. This has a little bit more down. So this downward was not oversold at all. This was not oversold. Even though that was a great point right there, how it came down and wicked that out and made my profit, that wasn't oversold at all. So I feel like this price action is super weak because actually I was getting a little nervous and was thinking it was going to go down here, and that's why I didn't. Well, I did buy it and make like another 50, but I think it may come down to here before it continues up. We'll see. It's a W with an M inside of it. M's and W's. You're weak. You're weak. If this closes like this, yikes. Yeah, we're coming back down and retesting this like this level. Inside of here. Like high, then ooh. Damn, bro. That's why you wait for a candle to close, man. Because the last 3 seconds of a 5-minute candle can be a couple of grid points. Where does this close? Right. Oh. Shit. Okay. Oh, so it's going to retest this now. So we're in this range now. So this range is pretty secure now with all that movement. That was a lot of movement there. So that kind of secures this range here. And the reason I say that, because once you get above a range, when you come back, where's your support now? It's the range that it was in. If it didn't make it above the range, your support is below the range, which would be this. But once you get above it, it's not just going to quickly come back down to this area. Once you close above it, this is your new support level right here on this range. And that is, yeah, we'll take. Oh shit. Nah, I should have just stayed long. I think I made 40 or something. 84 going down, and then I made 44.50. Big money. 100% win rate so far. You don't have to make all the money. You just have to not lose it all. You can just make a little bit. Shit, I could make 40 and 70 and $80 all day and make more than the motherfucker trading $1 million because he loses it the next day trading minimal. Like a real grind. Like a real grind. Because you get so fucking greedy, man. And then you start dreaming of a new life. Right? You keep your money. So yeah, now we're staying above here. We'll see if that holds. What's our next move up? Like, let's say we do some like gangster shit. Whoops. I mean, it could move. It could. Price could come up beyond this and into this range. I don't know if it's going to go all the way up to 29.2. Up to this little plunging ass thing here. this little candle wick. But in all reality, the obvious, right? Because we're all the same traders, everybody's looking at this level, prior week low. And that's where you flip the coin. But you have a beautiful Picasso-like trend line here that crosses over right at this prior week low, right? And this is just a baby trend line. We have this one too, but they're all pointing downwards. But all of the banks, everybody knows the psychology, so they know we think this is slightly bullish now. Sometimes they pull that shit way up here to take out stops, way above this level. So it's like, put your money where your mouth is. So that possible retest is invalidated, but I'll keep it there because that is a level of resistance. You know what? Fuck that. I'm taking it out. Bye-bye. This was a good one though, right? When it goes back up to here, it may go beyond all of this, but these will be points where it consolidates, right? It's going to consolidate here slightly. It's definitely going to consolidate here. And remember, if it ever goes past a range, that range could then turns into support. So once it goes past it, don't think it's just going to draw our bottom trend line now. I'm just going to draw it here. So this is our lower range now. Yeah, that cool off was short-lived. $28,947. Let's take a look at everything. It's a long way down. One thing that we all know is that the sky's the limit with NASDAQ. And what I mean is the sky, that's a brick wall. So I don't know, it may be like October, right? Everybody's saying like October 5th. I remember when all this selling started, it was like a bunch of people were like, yeah, August 5th. I don't know, or October 5th. I'm like, really? It's going to go down till then? No, it's not going down. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down, but there's definitely not a good up tap. You're like, okay, well, why doesn't it come to here or to here? This was Thursday, July 30th, and this was Monday, August 17th. So this is the 30th, and this is the 17th. So these are like 2-week long things. What was this? This was June 22nd. This is just all over the place. I can't really look at that, but this is July. This is a month. So these cycles are lasting 2 weeks to a month. So where do you think we are in here if we're only a week in? We got another week, right, of downward? I mean, that's one way to look at it. Could be completely wrong, but we're all going to turn into ashes and the robots are going to take over by fucking Thursday of this week. I don't think so. I think everything looks horrible right now. Other than the fact that we may be digitizing currency, Bitcoin's going up. All that shit looks fun. It's going to be like 2021 NFTs. We're going to be buying AI JPEGs again for like $50 million. That's what I see in the near future. I see once the currency goes digital, it's going to be huge upswings. Everybody's going to be selling some bullshit. So we're getting close to our short area. Remember, we have this little plunger wick here. This plunger wick, it's good, but psychologically, we're so close to this prior week low that I don't think it's going to reverse on this little baby wick here. I think Oh, that's like a 1 hour candle, so that would be like the bottom of that wick, but we'll see what it does when it gets to that wick. But I think a better psychological level is the prior week low for shorting. Coming right back to price, coming right back to where we opened. Balancing that entire dip. NQ is like an accountant, man. It balances it all. When you get into a order, if you're in any level of consolidation, you just sit there like small win, small loss, small win, small loss for like an hour. And 75% of the time I just get out at some point. And then that's when it like makes its move. But it'll sit there and consolidate for an hour. I'm curious if it just wicks out and you have 3 seconds to get in that prior week low, or see, we're moving 11:40, almost lunchtime. We're getting in this prior week low. Just a perfect time for everybody to sell it before they go to lunch and then come back and take profit. All right. So it went right past this little yellow, so that didn't mean shit. So, bye-bye. I'm going to... I think this range may coil, so I'm not going to go beyond... Or maybe I'll just get rid of this and put my... But I got my short in right at the week low. My short is in at 202.50. I'm gonna bring it down to 202 just to make sure I'm in there. Oh wait, why am I at 197, broski? 201, son. I just need to type my orders in. There we go. Working on our preciseness here. So we'll see. I may come all the way up and take this out. It has been a decent move. This candle moved pretty fast, didn't it? 17 minutes before lunch. Never know. It could come all the way up and hit this FEG trend line up here. But right now we're at this trend line. Don't see why this would be a huge change of character move here. Although it does do it, right? So we had, for example, last night, we had this pretty big drop. And then instead of coming up here and dipping down, we came all the way up to this trend line here. All the way up to this trend line. We could do it again, but right now we're just going to go for this sell and see if that's accurate. I don't think we're wrong shorting it anywhere. I gotta build some reports for the agency. Let's see here. Still moving up. Getting to that point there. Psychological point where everybody's going to either buy the shit out of it, probably not, or sell it, probably. Right? I would say sentiment is low, but you never know. I actually think the technicals show that we're in a buy. So that's unfortunate. Oh no, we're in a sell. Technicals do show sell. I'm confused. I always confuse with silver because I'm in silver a lot too, so I'm always. Although let's see where silver is right now. Silver's in a buy, moving towards neutral. All right, so we're near our psychological limit here. Let's see if we can actually. Is it just going to touch the trend line? Is it just going to touch the trend line? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's hit it. Let's actually. There we are. We are in our trade. Let's see if we move up above this. If we move too high up, I'm just going to lose my 115. And if we were somewhat correct and there's not too much manipulation and psychologically we're here, then we're at least going to come down to this point. But I have a feel our morning we balance this completely, and now we can trend down safely, right? Because we did our taxes. So let's see what happens in this candle. Let's see what happens. And if we get any manipulation or not. All I'm waiting for point, it went it went slightly above it, right? And now we're coming back down. And now we want to be short, right? Now we want to be short. We were short here. If you made that money, that's good. Now we're short. Now we're short. We have 2 hours and 10 minutes left on the 4-hour candle. Let's see what the 4-hour looks like right now. Ooh, daddy. So this went up and retested. We got 2 hours and 10 minutes left on the 4-hour. That was a great solid retest of all of that gap. In 10 minutes, we actually have a nice big gap on the 1-hour that could push us higher. We'll see. So we could push a little higher, but again, this is a nice psychological level here. This is the week low. Prior week low. So let's see what happens. Maybe we push above it, come back down, who knows? And that's the thing, who knows? I don't claim to know shit. I'm just hoping. not bad. What do I got here? My tasks. My long guy is here, sorry. Where we at? All right, we're close to the overbought, but we're not quite there. So maybe we continue up slightly. We retest the prior week low price area where we were, and then we come back. I'm gonna keep my stop loss far away until this thing starts dipping, if it does. But I definitely don't see much strength in this little weak ass candle here. Trying to bench press a little too much selling pressure here because it's the prior. I mean, if you're buying right now, you either don't know anything or you know something. You either like Fisher Price, my first trade, or you're, you know, basically should be watching the news, but I don't that much. So yeah, maybe we go a little bit above. Ooh, look, we just touched the trend line. Just giving a little. Are you guys trading this right now, or what are you doing? You long, you short? If you're long, and actually do whatever the hell you want, because I'm wrong like 75% of the time, but doesn't seem like. Read a chart, I feel like they're just handing it to us. That was a beautiful retouch. If you missed it, here you go. Here, if we think it's bouncing and continuing up, like we do have, and this is me just playing both sides here, we do have this, like if we're in two contracts, like, so maybe I'll sell another one here. So we have two, and then we could like sell one. Get out of this one. So that would be like $150 on one contract. Or we could just take our 300. I might just do that just to get out. Moves down and it's clear enough, then we'll just trail it with our stop loss. The thing is I think it may like hit this and retest this and then come down. Like, I don't know. The prior week low is a pretty strong metric. And this trend line here. I'm going to get all this. There's too many fucking lines. So we got a bounce point here. We got a bounce point here. We obviously have heavy consolidation here. Heavy, and I mean, there's a lot of volume here because, yeah. And all the volume is right here. Let me pull it into this candle right before open. Yeah, even the candle right before open, there's a lot of volume here. So knowing that, what I would probably do longer term is put my take profits somewhere further down. Because let me just take this whole trend. Yeah. So our point of control is right there on this whole morning move here. Let me pull it back to just the opening candle. Yeah. Point of control is right there. But lots of volume down here. Ton of volume down here. So these are good points. This bottom here, this top here. This is our daily top and bottom, right? Might hang around here a little bit. It couldn't get past here. That's the main thing you need to realize. When price can't get past a big point, there's a lot of control here. This was the point of control all night long, and it didn't have the balls to get past here. So it has to go down now, unless there's some kind of fake out. It has to go down. It has to go back to mommy because it couldn't get out the house. So, great. So, let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's a strong little reversal candle there. Nah, I don't think so, man. I don't think you got it. Guy, you trying. Your wick's way down here. Look, you got to get past these guys. Yeah. It ain't working out for you. Oh, you see a little jitter? It was like... I love when you see it go down really hard and then it like sits there for a second, then you see it like pop down. You know it just like took out a bunch of stop losses. It's just like, or it's going up and it does that and pop, pop. You just see a bunch of trades, just a bunch of people have to let it go, kick the raft. It is a higher high there. Ooh, damn, look at you. Shit. Somebody just bought it all. All right, I gotta work on something. I got my stop loss. We good. That's fixed. Sterling Heights. Send me the location. It has tab on left, but it's not in the overview. Sterling Heights. Is it? Why? What happened? I don't know, man. Two snaps up in a circle. I don't see it snapping nothing. This is what I see. I see 20 minutes have gone by and this shit couldn't make it past here. So if it snaps up, I think it will snap up, but it's like a fake out, right? Like this thing's going back down. If it snaps up, it's snapping up to go to here and then continue down. Don't you think? Or is this like that was the bottom and this is the upward trend? You know what, CT for life, I remember like top, right? Like this, it's not like this is the big move down. It was funny because that night it was like a huge, like that was the start of a huge downtrend. Like that was like big time profits right there. If you would have went short there, you'd still be in your play right now. Still be in it, making money. That was a nice big short. So when you say something, man, it fucking scares me. But right now it doesn't. I mean, I don't know technically why it would snap up at noon. Maybe 1 p.m., right? Or 2 p.m. because we have no gaps available. So this thing would have to gap above 29,282. And I'm not seeing any real snap up support. My snap up support is down here at 28,760. That's where that's where I see it snapping up. That's why I don't know. I don't really see it on the 5 minute, but I see a snap down because it's a prior week low. So it's psychologically, people just think it's going to go down, so they're going to dump it. And then when they see it go down, if they're long, they're going to fucking dump it even more because they're like, shit. Now I understand there's a retest of this gap, but a lot of this has been evened out, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm just levels trading right now because how many of us have had all of our indicators on and the shit just gets blown out? And I mean, I do see higher lows here, but I see lower highs. All right, so see, I don't want to put this here because I don't want to just get stopped out like a little biatch. Like I want this to drop, and then this becomes, you know, a level that it bounces off of. Resistance is the word I was searching for in my brain. So you're right. Like if this does pipe up, we will have, I would say, one more run upward before it comes back down. I'm still bearish on it, you know, in the short, long term. I'm still bearish. But you're right. We may have a run up. I think it's going to be wild and it's going to be manipulative. And it's going to create a faster downward move, right? It creates that buoyancy tension. Is not a upward, it's starting to move. It's starting to curve down. Like I can see it. I can see the curve down. And I know this is like some baby shit on this time frame, but I'm just seeing that curve. I'm seeing lower highs. This is weak. There's no conviction in any direction. Yeah, I see order flow makes me nervous because when people are long, they have to sell it to get out. So you see sales stepping in. When people are short, they have to buy it to get out. So I don't understand order flow. How the hell do you know if those are get outs or get ins? And that's the problem. How do you know if they're getting out of it or getting in it? Because, right, getting out is the opposite direction. Like, people that have been long in this little upward trend are selling. Or especially at this level, a lot of people could be closing trades long and going short. They were waiting for this confirmation on a higher time frame. We're on the 5 minute, so we're seeing it way earlier than the big guys on the 30 minute and the 1 hour. See, the shit's going down. And now look, it's a full frowny face. And we were up at the top of RSI up here at when this wicked out. We had a double hump here on the VWAP, so this started cooling off right here in these, and then we had a reignite of it. So and the thing is but right here when this is about half the height of the top of this VWAP, this is where I start, W's out, creates that little up, and then triggers back down. Or like you said, there's going to be a big move up, a manipulation of this height right here, which is why I have my stop loss up here, manipulation of that, or even wilder, if it has a manipulation of this top, then it's going to be a huge move down, and it could move all the way up to here before moving down. Yeah, exactly. Like I think some people took profits, so those are short orders, right? Those are sell orders. So then it looks like people are selling, but it's like yeah, but I don't understand order flow yet. One thing that we can't be faked out about is levels. Like candle levels is the truth. What I see is a little bitch ass move up that curve candles and all the volume is down here. So it has to go back there, you know what I mean? But like you said, it could go up first. But this lower low right here is just all the proof I need on this little 5-minute. Unless there's manipulation, which there is, especially around lunch in 1. Oh shit. 1 o'clock call, never mind. And is that our death rattle? Is that our death rattle candle before it shits the bed? And watch, it's gonna trend. It won't get past this downward trend line here. This little baby shit trend line. You can do it. And that's just giving you a perfect spot to short it again if you didn't get in on it. Oh shit, it opened way up there. Damn, bro, now I'm nervous. Nah, we're good. That thing's going down. That is higher highs though. Damn, look at that. It was all good just a week ago. $12.16. What do we got on the 15-minute here? Nothing. Let's look at the 30. Damn, broski. Go up. See, this is where I start tweaking out and like putting my, start buying more shorts. We'll see what happens. We'll see how this thing closes. All right, so that changes the game a lot. It's a good line up there. I mean, that was no idea. but it invalidates a lot of shit. The prior week low is still there, so people are shorting that. It does. We got this. What am I, 244? Yeah, dude, I think we might be pushing past and going up a little bit more. Holy shit. And here I am buying 2 shorts. Oh, you got it. I was just gonna ask if y'all are hungry. Okay.
You would take us?
Yeah, I could take you.
I bet.
I bet. Hold on. You going up or down? Lego. Alright, I'm gonna bounce and come back to the stream, but I'm gonna leave it running actually. So I'm gonna leave the trade there. We're just gonna go through the drive-thru, right? Or what are we doing? I don't know if I should just get out.
I feel you, though.
I feel you, dog. I can't believe that transport didn't come today. Or maybe like I missed it or something. I have no idea. You guys hear a knock at the door or anything? does this work? Now it's like, is this support for it? So let me end and restart the stream.